You want to know a secret to cut the trading learning curve in half? Okay, hear me out. Most people, when they trade, when they begin trading, they view trading very logically, right? All right, cool. Step number one, I need to find a strategy that works. I'm going to follow consistently, right? Step number two, I'm going to have a rule base around that strategy. I'm going to have, what's my risk reward ratio? I know if I take a loss, how much I'm going to take a loss for every position. And this is the amount of, position size I'm going to maintain, right? And when I enter a trade, I enter a trade if A happens. I exit a trade if B happens. If Y happens, this is what I'm going to do. If price resets to this level, I'm going to add to this level. If price goes to this level, this is going to be my profit take. Okay? Okay. Okay. That's what most people begin with, including me, including you, all did that first. And what happens time after time? That same rule, that same everything, we end up not following it. Every time. We said to ourselves that we're only going to lose what? $20, $30 if the trade doesn't go against us. But we end up losing $50, $100. Account closed. What? What happened to the whole logic? I thought that works, right? We have all have approached trading that way first. Until we realize, oh my goodness, I should have first started with this one first, which is what? Emotion. Trading is about emotion. All right? Hear me out. I'm going to say it again. Trading is about mastering your emotion. Literally. The reality is, most of the strategy that you see on YouTube and all other platforms, they all work. Everybody teaching you about a certain strategy, they all work. You follow them to the T, they all work. Trading's a probability. If you just find one that has a 80%, 70%, you just repeat that, they work, right? And most of the people, when they lose a trade, it's not necessarily they lost a trade because of that strategy. It's just because of what? Emotion. They didn't follow the rule. So we're going to switch that around, right? We're going to look at trading from the perspective of emotion first. And then through this, we're going to develop emotional discipline as well as mental skill. All right. So let's go to the chart real quick. Okay. All right, cool. This right here is nothing but emotion. Just look at this. How do you feel that your money is moving like this? Do you think you're going to be very logical? No, until you develop emotional discipline first, right? So if you want to build your muscles, you're going to go to the gym, right? You're going to go to the gym, pick up the weights, and be consistent with the gym. And now, that 25-pound that you're only able to do certain numbers, now you're able to do what? More than that, because you kept going. You keep bringing yourself to that again, to that pain. All right? It's the same thing with emotion. Same thing with trading. So if your money is moving like this, as soon as you enter a trade, you're going to be experiencing emotional roller coasters. So through this emotional roller coasters, your goal is to what? Follow your rule. Don't, without fighting the emotions. All right? Okay, cool. Here's what that means, all right? So I want you to envision with me, okay? I'm going to give you a strategy to follow, right? And we're gonna try to see what happens, see the effect of how much emotions gets to us as our strategy reaches, and what decision we're gonna make, and how to control it, etc., etc. Okay, just follow with me, okay? Here we go. This is the strategy that I use every single day. This is the pre-market. I mark the high and as well as the low, right? And the strategy is simple. We're gonna take a trade and where the supply and demand is at. You find the supply and demand where the wicks are at. Okay, find the wicks and you find the supply and demand. Okay, cool. So right here, there's a wick right here. Boom, we went ahead and marked it. Right, and this wick also happens, so at this wick candle here, this level also happens to be the high as well. So there's double whammy here. We went ahead and marked that. This right here, it's not a supply and demand area. Rather, this is just the low with no wick. Usually there's usually a wick. So that's why I just marked it with this dots. So not to remind me not to take a trade, but also understand that it's the low of the pre-market. Cool. And we found a wick right here. Right? We're going to go ahead and mark that all the way here. Ta-da. And then there are wicks right here. 1, 2, right? The high and the low. This is the supply and demand. We marked it. Cool. We're going to go ahead and mark this one as well. This level. You guys can see this level right here. This is yesterday's low. That's why I marked it with a different color to indicate it's not only a supply and demand area, but it's also yesterday's low. So it has like a double, and as well as look at the reaction that it did. So wicks are essentially reaction. That's what that tells you. Price came here, it suddenly got picked up. Vice versa too. Price came here, suddenly got pushed down. So top wicks are sellers, bottom wicks are buyers that pushed it up. Okay, that's our plan. Okay, we're gonna go into this emotional roller coaster with that plan in mind. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna see what emotion does, and then how to control it. And then we're gonna see the two different outcomes. Where one outcome where what one outcome where we allowed the emotion to take over, right? We allowed the emotion to take the trade. And the other outcomes we allowed the logic to take the trade, while emotion assisting us. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So we're gonna trade when the market opens. Okay, you marked our level, so now we can just zoom in. Skidoosh. We zoomed in. All right, cool. Our first scenario is going to be where you're going to allow the emotions just to take over you. That's essentially what happens every day. We need to see the bad first before we see the what we should do. Here we go, right? Market opens. Price is right here. Price is right here and it's coming to this level. Boom. Emotion kicked in. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I should probably take a put here if the price goes below here because of all this. You can see the pre-market action here rejected this level. It's just been keep going down. Oh my god, I'm gonna take a put if the price goes below here. I don't want to miss out on this trend down, right? On this trend downward. I don't want to miss that out. Guess what though? That's emotion telling you, but the reality is what? That's not your strategy. Remember, we trade what? Supply and demand where the wicks are at. So this is just the pre-market. Because emotion is telling you this, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Again, follow emotion. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a put. Oh, you took a put. Price went all the way down. You made money. But guess what? You've actually lost. Because you just took a trade that is not your setup. You just lost. This money that you happen to gain, guess what? You're gonna give back another day times 2, because this is not your money. Okay, you made money. Cool. Let's keep going. You feel so good now, eh? Right? You feel good. All right, let's keep going. So the price came here. You just made money from here to all the way here, and you sold it at this level. At least you followed your rule for that part. Price came here now. Your setup says, hey, we're going to go ahead and take a call here. That's what your setup says. My emotions tells you, no, I'm not going to because of this, all the situation that's going on with all this. I just made money from making a put all the way here. Now I'm going to be just only focused on puts. I'm not going to take a call. And so you didn't take a call, nor did you take a put. You missed that on further trading. That's fine, right? You still have your money here to all the way here that you made. You're down with that trade. Now the price came all the way here. Your strategist says to take a call right here. And now your emotion comes in and says, nope, I'm not taking a call because there's no way I'm going against this trend downward. I do not care, right? I recognize that this level right here is this reaction that it did. And it's also yesterday's low. I don't care. I am not going to take this trade for a call. No, thank you. I'm going to feel really good that the fact that I just made money here. to all the way here, call it a day. Let me go ahead and, tweet this out, cut this dip. All right. But the reality is what? You're celebrating a strategy that's not even yours, right? And you're about to give it back tomorrow. Tomorrow times 2. Okay, cool. So this right here is called emotional trading. Yes, you want to trade from here to here, but ultimately what happened mentally? Mentally, you lost. You now have no confidence in your setup whatsoever, right? Your setup told you to take a call here, boom, you've lost. You've lost confidence here, and as well as you've lost confidence to take a call here. Okay, so now we're going to step back. Okay, now we're going to trade the correct way. Logic first, right? And then we're going to have emotion on our side, not against us. We're not fighting it. We're gonna what? We're gonna lead emotion correctly. We're accepting that we're gonna be emotional with our logic. That's okay. I hope that makes sense. We're gonna try to do that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Price opens, or market opens, I should say, right? Market opens. Price is right here. It's coming to this level. Emotion kicks in and says, "Oh my gosh, we should probably take a put if it crosses here. We should probably take a put if it crosses here." That's fine. Hey, listen, I get it. That makes sense. I can see why it's probably a good idea to take a put here if it crosses this line. But because this line, it's not my setup, it's fine. I'm willing to just allow this to happen even if it goes all the way down, which is likely will be anyway, because we blow the view up. The price action is showing this. We reject it at this level. This is probably going to cross this line. If it does cross this line, being that the fact that it's also the low of the pre-market, it's going to be a sweet drop with all these factors I just said. But I'm not going to take the trade. It's fine. So price goes all the way down. All right, cool. Right there, you should feel happy, right? You should feel what? Very happy, because you understand. Cool. Price goes all the way down. It comes to this level, right? Your strategy says what? All right, cool. This is a level that I have marked for supply and demand. I'm going to go ahead and take a call. But if this is not strong, if this is really strong that it pushes down, I know to switch to a put. So that will tell me what? This level has now been taken over from buyers to sellers, because that's what happened. Oh my gosh. I don't like that it zoomed out like that. Here we go. So this level right here, this is what it did right here. Price came here and he had this sudden reaction. This is buyers that did this. So that will tell me, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take a call first, because the price is above it, is coming to it, right? And it's my level. So I'm going to go ahead and join the buyers first. And if they get defeated by this sudden huge push, that would make sense. And I understand that they're no longer here. They're afraid. And that's just perfect confirmation for me to switch to a put. Done. So then, because of these factors are there, and your positions are what? 4 contracts are your highest conviction, right? And then 1 to 2 are like your mid, when you have more factors against you. So you decide to add what? 2 contracts for a call instead of 4. So you go ahead and do that with a tight stop loss. Because the thing about trading with, when you're trading wicks, supply and demand, where the wicks are at, you don't necessarily have to have a stop loss far away. You can have it very tight, because you guys can see, right? All these are reacting. The price not going above it. You can see that, right? If it goes against it, it's already, you can immediately just switch to the other. That means it's been disqualified. All right, here we go. So the price comes here. You take a call for 2 contracts. Price retraces, and you're gonna wait for a wick. Is it gonna wick upward? Can we see the buyer's wick? And there's no buyer's wick. That's your confirmation. You're gonna go ahead and get out of that trade with a $30 loss. Let's assume that $30 loss, and you're gonna immediately switch to a put. You're gonna go ahead and place a put right here. That's what your setup will tell you. You're gonna go ahead and place a put. Now you have a confirmation to add a put here. The price went below here. The price went below this level. It pushed this level with no wick. And on top of that, you have the VWAP supporting you, have all these things supporting you, and on top of that, this level has now been pushed. Now this level has now turned into sellers. You have all these factors on your side. You're going to go ahead and just do that. You place a put, you'll make money from all the way here to all the way here. You could take your first contract out because, again, you don't want to go against this level as well too, in case it flushes upward. So you probably get one contract out, goes all the way down. It goes all the way down. You know, the price opens below here. It pushes up outside of this, then you can start to maybe get out. If it's going outside of this zone here, pushing upward, then you can get out to assume that, you know, because this level, you understand what that is, right? This is a zone. So if it's going above, the price is going above it, you can just get out. So you immediately get out, sell here. You made your money plus more. Or even if you decided to sell all the way down here, you decided to sell both, that's fine too, right? That's fine. So now the price reached up all the way here, coming to this level. What do? You follow your rule. All right, cool. Price opened below this level already, right? Price got pushed all the way down, closed below this level. And now the price simply retracing up to this level. And I got the VWAP supporting me. I got this price action supporting. Of course, I'm going to take a sweet put here. Matter of fact, now, because the 10-minute close well below here with such of this candle, I'm able to take 4 contract now. 4 contract with high conviction for a put. I'll do that. Ding. Just like that. If this thing goes all the way down here and I make funny money. As the price is reaching this level, I can go ahead and clear this out. Take my position out. Take my put position because remember, you sell as it gets closer to the level, right? You come all the way down here, right? You just get out. You now tripled your money. Cool. Now you understand what? This is a major level. This is a what? This is a major level. But emotion is telling you, don't take this trade because you have all these factors against you. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I can see that. Oh, there are a lot of factors against me taking this trade. So with that said, I'm not going to fight my emotion. It's correct. But I also recognize that this is also my setup, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just have what? 1 contract in. I'm going to go ahead and just have 1 contract for a call. I get 1 contract for a call with tight stop loss, and just like that, price retraces all the way up here, and I can get out. Do you see the difference now? Now this is how you want to be trading. That level of fighting that you had to consistently tell your emotions what to do, that right there builds emotional discipline, right? Especially right here, the situation you went through here. This fear of missing out for a potential put. You'd said to yourself, no, it's not my strategy. I'm not going to place a put here because, you know, it's not a wick here. It's not a level that I trade. That right there builds emotional discipline. The ability to be wrong and then take a trade here. When you remember right here, you were wrong on it and then you switched it, right? And then you were right. This right here builds mental skill, right? You were wrong, you switched it because now you have it because you waited for better confirmation, even if it means being wrong. Done. That builds mental skill. So you took what? 1 L trade, 2 trade here, 3 trades you took, all of which were your rules, and you made a lot of money as a result of that. Where in the first scenario, you took 1 trade that's not even your rule, and you missed out on your trade here. You missed out on your trade here, just like that. So there we go. So going forward, view trading from the perspective of emotion first, and don't fight your emotion, and understand that this is what trading is about, and learn to consistently show up, to be able to control your emotions, to understand yourself more, and then build that emotional discipline to align your emotions to follow your rule. When you disregard your emotion, you only focus on the money, you want to be more logical, that's when your emotion will punish you and say, why the heck are you forgetting me? You only focus on the money. But the reality is, you should like me. You know what I'm saying? I make you money. Your emotions make you money. And you're not seeing that, right? Once you have your emotions on your side, that's when you make money with trading. Okay? I hope this made sense. All right? I hope this was a very easy to understand and it actually made sense. So if you like this video, I do appreciate you liking the video and as well as, subscribing to the channel. All right? Hope this was very valuable. If you have any questions, put it in the comment. Look forward to reading it. All right? HRT out.